There are so many different types of players in Fortnite. We have free skins only players, we have the team sweat, we have the carry, and of course the bot players as well. But in this video guys, I'm going to go through 17 different types of Fortnite players. Who are you? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what type of Fortnite player you are, but we have to start off with everyone using the Invincible skin. If you guys have been using Invincible, then you're going to be known as an anime fan. This is definitely the type of player you are. You might not play Fortnite too much anymore and instead just want to use some of the anime skins that you have collected over the last few years. Since Invincible is one of the best shows, especially in that anime theme, I feel like this is probably a skin you have been using a bunch, but you will always change this around to something like Naruto or even some of the Dragon Ball Super, and of course some of the other collab skins that we have seen from Jujutsu Kaisen and just other anime shows as well. It is really hard to just pinpoint one skin for this because there are so many different anime collabs now in the game, but I think Invincible perfectly represents this, and if you are an anime fan, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. You probably won't be an anime fan though if you are using something like the Winterfest Bushranger. Instead of being an anime fan, you're probably known as a free skins only player. You probably don't play the game too often and really only play when your friends are online, and since you don't really want to spend money on a game that you don't play, one skin that you end up using would be the Winterfest Bushranger. This is just a free skin in Fortnite and it is one of the most recent free skins that we had in the game as well, so I feel like this is exactly what free skins only players are going to be using. I feel like this is becoming a more and more common way to play Fortnite. People have obviously spent money on the game in the past and the game has just been out for so long now that if you are new to Fortnite, you probably don't want to spend too much money on it until you really love it and get good at the game, so more often than not, free skins are going to be the way to go. Obviously, if you have been playing for a while and you are a little bit sweaty, then you might actually be using something like Lara Croft. This is going to show everyone else in the lobby that you are a creative sweat. You probably spend a bunch of time grinding out ranked, but also working on the more competitive game modes, and the best way to practice this is in box fighting and zone wars. You're going to be grinding out creative every single chance you get. Whenever your friends aren't online, you're going to be working on your skills and your mechanics to become the best player possible, and one of the most common skins that we do see in these creative game modes is Lara Croft. If you even want to get more specific about it, this would have to be the default style of Lara Croft. We do see a bunch of people using this skin, and I've never really seen anyone using the green edit style or even the golden style for this either. One skin that you probably won't see in competitive game modes though would have to be the Goldfish. The Goldfish is a very big meme skin, and if you have been using this, then you are probably known as a meme only player. What I mean by this is that whenever you play with your friends, you just want to try out all of the meme strategies to win. This might be carrying no guns, this actually might be trying to get a win with only the riot shield, or only carrying meds around the entire game just to mess with your friends. You probably always want to try a skybase or hiding in a bush the entire game, or just winning by doing a heal off in the storm. There are so many meme ways to win in Fortnite now, and I feel like meme players are becoming more and more common, especially in the squad game modes when they do want to play with their friends. There are obviously a bunch of different skins that you could use if you are a meme player, but I feel like the Goldfish is just one of the best. You can get this in the Gilded Elites bundle. It does set you back around $20, but I still really like this and think it could actually become a lot more popular in the future as well. We need to move on though guys, and if you have been using the Stormtroopers, you could also be a meme player, but more often than not, I feel like these are for the Collab Collectors. In your friendship group, you are probably the one that spends the most time refreshing the item shop whenever it's about to get reset with a bunch of new things added. You always want to make sure that you're one of the first people in the world to see what new items are in the store, and more often than not, you end up buying all of the collab items that do get added to the game. Since we just have a bunch of Star Wars skins and more specifically Stormtrooper skins, I feel like this is one of the best ways to play Fortnite, so if you guys have been using these Stormtroopers, you are going to be known as Collab Collectors. It is always fun to play a squad game and everyone is wearing a Stormtrooper or even just a different style of the clone troopers. I love these so much, and they are definitely some of the cleanest skins we do actually have. You could also be a collab collector if you have been using the Wildcat skin, but I feel like instead of showing everyone that you are a collab collector, this shows people that you are the rich player in your squad. You probably have a bunch of money to spend on games and have all of the rare and exclusive skins in your locker. Wildcat is just one example, but you might also own something like Iconic or even the Wonder skin as well, and if you are lucky lucky enough, the Galaxy skin as well. These are some of the most expensive skins in the game, with some costing over $1,000. Wildcat is a little bit cheaper, coming in at only $400, but it is still extremely expensive. Obviously, there are going to be people using these skins that aren't rich players, but still, I feel like more often than not, people that are using these skins are just collectors of some of the rarest exclusive items in Fortnite, and therefore are known as rich players. You could also be considered a rich player if you do own the Renegade Raider, because people were buying accounts with these skins on them. But I feel like more often than not, these people are going to be known as the OG good players. Now, there are definitely some OG players that are still bad at the game, but if you have been using the Renegade Raider, I feel like you're going to be an OG god at Fortnite. You probably haven't stopped playing since Chapter 1, Season 1. You'll have some of the best mechanics out of anyone on your friends list, and regardless of if you take 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks off Fortnite, you are still going to be able to come back and get a win in your first game. This is one of the best skins Fortnite has ever designed. We don't really see too many people using it anymore just because it is so rare, but I feel like that just adds to how cool this skin actually is. We do also have a bunch of remakes of this skin now in the game as well, but nothing will ever be better than the original Renegade Raider. Now, if you have been using something like the Recon Expert, you just might be known as the OG. You might not be a god at Fortnite, you might not be playing the game that much anymore, or you might have actually stopped playing for like 1 or 2 years and really only come back to check out the brand new seasons and some of the newest battle pass items as well. But I feel like more often than not, people that are using the Recon Expert are just known as OG players. There are still a bunch of OG players playing the game today that never stopped, but I feel like more often than not, they will be using some of the rarest skins in the game, and since the Recon Expert doesn't really fit into that bracket, this just probably isn't a skin that they are using. If you are an OG god and using the Recon Expert though, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. But another skin that is actually starting to become OG would have to be the Psycho Bandit. I feel like more often than not, this is going to show everyone else that you are a skin flexer and always want to use some of the rarest skins in your locker to flex on not only your teammates, but everyone else in the lobby as well. The reason that I chose the Psycho Bandit, even though it isn't as OG as some of the other skins we've already talked about, it is just one of my favorite skins in the history of Fortnite. It looks so clean, and it was expensive without being super expensive like skins like the Wildcat. It did set you back around $30 to $40, and you did have to buy this when the Borderlands crossover was taking place in Fortnite, and obviously that promotion has now ended, so it doesn't seem like this skin is ever going to be available again. But if it does, it is definitely one skin that you guys want to buy today. It just looks so clean. It is by far one of the best skins in the history of the game, and definitely a skin that I feel like a bunch of skin flexers have actually been using. Let's move on, guys, to our next skin, and this is Lil Split. This definitely isn't going to show people that you are a skin flexer, and instead this might show people that you only use the thick boy skins in Fortnite. We do have a bunch of thick boy skins, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, then you will be able to see thick boy skins every time you play Fortnite. Basically, a lot of the female skins in the game have sort of a similar style. They all are quite slim, and some of the more popular skins in the game are the ones where the characters look as small as possible, because this is going to take up less of the screen, allowing people to see other players more easily. If you are using some of the thick boy skins in Fortnite though, that's just going to take up more of your screen and might stop you from actually spotting opponents before they see you. If you are using something like Lil Split, Thanos, or the Hulk, you are definitely going to be known as a thick boy skins only player, and I feel like we just don't really see many people using these skins anymore. I feel like you could also be known as a meme player as well, because honestly that just comes with using some of these skins like Lil Split, but still I feel like these skins are really cool and we just had to mention them on the list. You probably won't see too many thick boy skins players using skins like Travis Scott though, because this is more reserved for people that are grinding Fortnite, or just known as the grinders. Now, there are a bunch of different ways to play Fortnite, but if you are just a grinder, you're going to be playing the game every single day. You probably don't grind out too much creative or the Unreal game mode or even ranked, but instead just grind out public matches with your friends. When your friends get off, you probably play solos and just work on finishing the battle pass as soon as possible. Now, we do have people that are grinding the game in different ways, but if you are just a grinder and play every single game mode with your friends or even solo, then I feel like Travis Scott is going to be the perfect skin for you. You could also see grinders using skins like Siren though, but I feel like this is more reserved for the pro players or the pro. These are going to be the players on your team that are grinding out the ranked game mode every single day. They are probably already in the Unreal division and will be grinding every single day to work their way up the leaderboards to become the #1 player in the world. They will be grinding out cash cups and the more competitive game modes as well, because even the ranked game mode isn't hard enough for them. Chances are they have tried to start streaming or YouTube videos in the past. They are going to be one of the best players on their friends list, and whenever they lose a box fight, they are going to challenge them to a 1v1 straight away. I feel like we do see a bunch of people using this skin today, and it is perfect for all of the pros in Fortnite. You probably won't see too many pros using something like the Triage Trooper though, and that is because this is reserved for the medic players. Yes guys, this is a big shift. The medics in Fortnite are the players that are going to be healing their teammates only. They finish every single game with 0 elims because the only thing that they are carrying around is heals. I mean, they're going to be carrying medkits, shields, and bandages. There is going to be no weapons at all, and I feel like this is one of the more uncommon ways to play Fortnite. We did actually see a bunch of meme players becoming medics back during Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, but I just feel like Fortnite is so competitive now and so much more difficult that we just don't see too many people being medics anymore. One skin that a bunch of people have actually been using though would have to be Peter Griffin, and more specifically the gold Peter Griffin skin. If you have been using this, then you can only be known as a battle pass grinder. You're going to be grinding every single day to level up as much as possible. You probably want to try and be the highest level out of anyone in the world and unlock all of the battle pass skins before anyone else. Now, even though Peter Griffin isn't the tier 100 skin, we actually had Valeria as the tier 100 skin, which was really clean, but I just feel like the gold Peter Griffin was the skin that most people wanted, and this is why it perfectly shows everyone else that you are a battle pass grinder. You could also be a battle pass grinder if you are using something like the elite agent, but we have a very special type of player for this, and this is going to be the sniper. These are the players that only play 0 builds, and instead of being the aggressive style of players taking the fight to the enemy, they are going to be hiding in bushes and hiding behind trees with a gold sniper, trying to headshot snipe everyone they come up against. They're going to be the ones that initiate the fighting. They're going to try and knock out players before they even know where their team is, just to give their team an advantage, and then always make sure that they have enough movement to be able to help their team if necessary. I feel like most teams will always have a sniper, or at least a few people carrying a sniper, so even if you don't consider yourself the sniper of the team, chances are there is at least one of you in your squad that is known as the sniper. There could also be some other skins that snipers would use, but I just feel like this is one of the best. Let's move on guys, and next up we have the superhero skins. If you guys are using the superhero skins in Fortnite, then you are going to be known as the carries of your team, or simply as the carry. These are the players that are going to carry their team to victory every single game. There isn't just one game where they get 10 kills and the rest of the team gets 5. That is going to happen every single game. I feel like this style of play has definitely become a lot more common since we had Season OG in Fortnite. A lot of people came back to the game for the first time and might have had 1 or 2 friends that still played it quite consistently, and they would definitely carry their OG friends to victory every single day. Some of those people have probably continued to play Fortnite in Chapter 5, and that is why they are always going to need someone on their team to carry them every single day. We see a bunch of people being known as carries in the game. I just feel like this is so common as well. So if you are a carry, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below. But finally guys, we need to talk about the default skins. Now, instead of being the carry, you are probably the one that's being carried. You are going to be known as the squad bot. Yes guys, unfortunately, unless you are Tfue, you are probably a bot using the default skins. Back during Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, we definitely saw a bunch of pros and streamers actually using these skins to try to look like noobs and then were actually really good at the game, but I feel like in Fortnite today, more often than not, people using the default skins are just going to be known as the squad bots. You probably haven't really played Fortnite too much. You are going to be asking your friends all the time how to actually move around the map or what controls allow you to shoot. So if that is you, then unfortunately you're known as the squad bot. If you know anyone that is a bot, make sure to tag them in the comments down below. But there you guys go. That is my list for 17 types of Fortnite players. Who are you? I hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure to click the video on your screen now, and I'll see you all next time.